morning, everyone. This is not an ideal situation for how I'm looking, but this is quite literally how I'm looking, so we're gonna have to deal with it. But I woke up this morning with the worst pain in my neck. I don't know where it came from or what I did to deserve it, but I cannot turn my neck this way really without excruciating pain. We're gonna persevere. So later in the day, I'm going over to my best friend's house. She's moving in with her boyfriend. I have been enlisted to help her go through her closet. Not sure why, because if you have seen my closet, I'm clearly not very good at getting rid of things. All that to say, I picked up some new things on the weekend, actually on Friday. Typically after work, because we're open on Fridays from 11 to 4, I'll go to the mall because on Fridays I go to Shabbat at Ethan's dad's house. I go there around 6, so I have like a 2-hour period to get all of my errands done. I'm not okay today, you guys. And my errand this week included looking for a belt because I wanted a brown belt. I thought Simon's might have one. I don't know if Simon's is all over the world or if that's like a Canadian thing, but it's kind of like a, I don't want to say it's like a Nordstrom, but ish. Mostly their own brand, but they have a shoe section. They don't have a beauty section. I don't know how I would compare Simon's, what I would compare it to. But anyways, they have really cute things. And I find that they always have things that I've never seen anywhere else. So I was like, let's go to Simon's and see, they'll probably have a belt. Alas, they did not have a belt, but I did buy 2 pairs of shoes, a purse, and 2 pairs of sunglasses. In the belt section, I saw this little baby. I am a small bag girl, probably will be forever. I just like love how they look. I can't stand fishing through a big bag, and I'm a top handle girl. It actually kind of reminded me, now that I think of it, of this bag, which is one of my most worn bags, the Gucci Horsebit bag. I always get asked for this bag how I have a top handle on it. This bag comes with 2 straps. It comes with a long leather crossbody strap, and it comes with a like material Gucci red and green strap, which is not the vibe in my opinion, but to each their own. If that's your vibe, I love that for you. It's just not my vibe. But I took this little part off of the long brown strap because I was trying to MacGyver it into some sort of top handle bag because this is the perfect size. And if I'm being honest, I would have never, like, I never wear this bag crossbody. In my head, it's not even a crossbody bag. So I took this little part off of the strap. Ow, my god, my neck. This part is fine. It has like a little thing. But then I was like, how do I attach this? All you need, okay, these are our keychains that we sell at CNC. They're so cute, right? You need a little ring like this, or ideally a ring like this. This is what reminded me of it. That kind of, it's called a keychain ring that opens like that. So ideally you'll have that. You could just get them on Amazon, or you can take something like this, which is what we're gonna do. So you see how I attached this hoop on this side? Now you're gonna attach it on this side. It's a lot easier when it's the keychain one, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? A little bit nicer when the hoop is smaller, but then you have a top handle bag, and honestly, like I said, this is my most used little bag. This bag really gave me the same vibe, and it has the same top handle-ish strap. And I became like best friends with the sales associate there. She was telling me that this is Simon's own brand, and it's made with, now I don't know if I believe this because it was $150, but it was on sale. I'm gonna look it up for you guys to like fact check this. She said it was made in Italy with Italian leather. Okay, it's on sale for $99. It is, oh my god, it's an exclusive collection from Italy. It also comes in this really pretty blue color, which I did see, and it also came in black in store. Genuine leather and suede from Italy for $99. Are you kidding? This looks so expensive. And then I also saw this. Okay, so this is a brown baseball hat, obviously. I have this weird obsession with baseball hats, but I literally never wear them. Not sure why, but I have an obsession with buying them, and I could not pass up a perfect chocolate brown baseball hat. Like I said, Simon's has a really great collection of shoes that I have not seen anywhere else. So these are the first shoes that caught my eye. They're so freaking cute. So they are in this like suede material. It's black, and then it has the Nike swoosh. This style of shoe is really in at the moment. Puma has one, Adidas has one, obviously Nike has them. This is the nicest one out of all of those styles I've seen. I have the ones from Puma. They were gifted to me and they're so cute, but boy, are they ever uncomfortable. I was a little skeptical about buying these. I put them on. They were the most comfortable shoes I swear I've ever put on. I love the brown sole because then you can integrate it into warmer tone brown outfits. It's not limited to just like black and white, but black and white is such a classic, and I actually don't have any black sneakers, but these are perfect. While I was there, I saw these, which I was actually looking at online. You guys can probably guess where I'm going with these. Steve Madden has great dupes. I feel like they've kind of switched their whole line. I don't know how they do this into making dupes, which, like you guys know, I'm a dupes #1 fan, so I have no issue with that. But I picked up these, which obviously look like the Hermes sandals, but they are a lot cheaper. These were 120 bucks. I last year got the look for less version from the Gate because they're impossible to find in store. I would have bought them at the store, but they're impossible to buy, and I just genuinely needed a sandal like this, like a casual pair of sandals, and I liked it. Obviously you're buying it because it looks like Hermes, but so much cheaper. No, literally when your foot is on it, no one will know, and who cares? Like, nobody cares. And these are sized up a full size to a 7, which I find in slides like this I always have to size up, but I'm very excited about those because last year I wore those slides all the time, basically every day. Okay, and then I guess I was just in a very big shopping mood, and I was looking around the sunglass section because I'm a sucker for a good pair of sunglasses, but they need to be comfy. I bought these from Prada. Okay, these are super cute sunglasses, tortoise. I can't wear these for more than 5 minutes because they're breaking my head. I need to figure out how to stretch them because they're really cute with the little Prada logo, but they squeeze my head so much. Can I stretch them? Sunglasses for me, I truly don't believe that you need to buy designer. Those were my last designer sunglasses I bought, and I feel like they will be my last designer sunglasses because my sunglasses from Amazon I wear probably the most, and then there's such great affordable options. This brand, I was just like trying on their sunglasses. Air, A-I-R-E, caught my attention, and they looked and felt, I was expecting like $400 or $500. $50. So this is the first pair I got. These are the Callisto black sunglasses. As you guys know, I've been selling a lot of the stuff in my closet that I just don't wear, and I had the Prada sunglasses that look kind of like this, but I never wore them because I feel like they made me feel like a dummy. I don't know why. Whenever I put them on, I felt like a dork. I love them on other people. Don't get me wrong. Like, that's why I bought them. I would see them on other people. They looked so good, but I think my face is just maybe a little bit too small. These give me the same vibe, but obviously way more affordable. But they're just so cute, and they feel really, really nice. Like I said, I was expecting so much more expensive. Okay, and then I also got this pair of sunglasses, which I bought a little bit on a whim, honestly. I think it went with my outfit in the moment. Now that I'm looking at it, they're giving extraterrestrial space cadet. Oh my god, they're literally called retrograde, but I do kind of love them. So this is what they look like. I probably won't wear them all that much, but with the outfit I had on, they actually looked really... No, they're making me look crazy. I have to go from afar because when I get close, they make me look crazy. I don't know. We'll have to reserve these for a very special occasion. Even after all of that, I obviously did not find the belt that I needed. I was honestly mesmerized by the outfits in the Banana Republic window. I was like, let me go take a peek. Well, first of all, I don't know what was going on with the employees, but I might as well have not even have existed. No one said hi to me when I walked in, which is fine. I don't need someone to be at my beck and call. But then I actually needed help, and there was no one to be found. Then I found this dress that I ended up buying, and I went to the changing room and like still no one was there. Saw this belt, which was the exact kind of belt that I wanted. So I saw a size small, and so I went to the cash, and 2 workers, they're doing nothing. They're doing nothing at the cash, and I'm walking around like they see me. They have seen me. And I asked him, do you guys have this in an extra small? And he goes, that was a return. We only have that one size. And I was like, there's literally probably 50 of them over there. I was just, before I go look through all 50 of them, I want to know if there is an extra small. Like, does this belt come in an extra small? You know, I didn't want you to go hunt it down. I just wanted to know if this belt was made in an extra small version. I didn't even get into it. I didn't get into the fact that there's 50 belts sitting on the rack. But the other girl ended up being really nice, and she actually went and found the extra small, and I was super happy. I love that it's suede. I love that the buckle is not so like intense gold. It's like a brushed bronze, and it's just really pretty. But then as I was walking around the store, I saw this dress, okay, which looks like nothing special really, but it really caught my attention. It really looks like nothing special. It's just a black dress. It's a little linty because I filmed a reel in it yesterday. It goes in a little bit. It has a square neckline and then goes in a little bit and then kind of like flares out. And this is my favorite style of dress ever. I feel like it's so flattering. Yesterday I styled it with a little belt around the waist. This is like not a revolutionary kind of dress. It's very basic, but I'm trying to kind of build my wardrobe and buy things that are a little bit higher quality that I know I can wear forever. Whenever I work out, I always have like a million thoughts rushing through my mind. I know like people say that when they work out, it's their time for themselves. No, I'm like thinking about all the work I have to do. I'm thinking I get so inspired when I work out. So I was like I couldn't wait until the workout was done to tell you my plans. I also want to paint the front door. I want to paint it black. I showed you guys this in one of my last vlogs, and a lot of you guys said to paint the front door, which like, why did I not think of that? It doesn't look great. I also think I want to change this table. I don't like the finish of it. I've never loved it, but it's worked. It's like worked for what I needed, but I think at this point I'd rather just have nothing there than have this table here. This is from Zara Home, by the way, so I think I'm gonna paint that black. All right, so I just got home. I'm gonna show you guys what I got. I got a primer. The nice man at the store said I have to prime my door because it's like shot like this material, the paint's not gonna stick. And then he also recommended this paint. Extremely durable, hard finish, super fast dry, exceptional early block. I don't know. He said this is the best. I got the color Piano Black from this brand. It's the only paint colors they had. I got a few roller sticks and a brush to do like the little grooves. So what I have to do, I don't know if I'm going to start painting the black part tonight, because if I'm being honest, I'm a little bit tired, but I do think I'm going to prep it tonight and then I can paint it tomorrow. So I'm going to have to wipe everything down, clean everything, and then tape everything. And then, okay, I was looking in this corner and there appears to be a gigantic dead bug, which is a little alarming. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that that didn't absolutely freak me out. This is black. I guess I'll just do it. You know, I have to stop being lazy. So I'm gonna tape this whole thing. I'm gonna suck that bug up with a vacuum because there's no way I'm getting near that. I obviously guess I have to paint this part too, right? Okay. All right, so it is all taped up. That honestly I think takes the longest part. And now I'm gonna go in with my primer and my little roller, and I hope this won't take so long. This does say it's self-priming to masonry, fiberglass, laminate, some plastics, and ceramic tile. I don't know what this is, so I feel like I should just prime it anyways. All right, so I primed everything as best as I could. I used about a teaspoon of primer, so now I have this whole thing of primer, which I don't mind. I'm always painting things and working on some new projects, but I'm gonna wait for this to dry. Oh, okay, well this already feels dry. So I'm gonna give it like probably 20-30 minutes. I probably should wait longer, but I'm impatient, and then we'll do the black. I have this latex extender, which is supposed to just really prevent brush marks and like foam roller marks. So I'm gonna add a little bit to the paint. I also think I have way too much black paint. It's better to have too much than not enough. So that is most definitely a very dark black paint. I'm gonna add a little bit to the whole, just a little bit to the whole pot, because I don't want to have to mix it all up. And I know he gave me some stir sticks. It's a little frightening, honestly. Like, I've never painted with black paint before. All right, you guys, it's a moment of truth. Scary black paint in here, so I'm gonna dip it in and let's start. Let's see. There's no going back now. I'm not gonna lie, the foam roller really makes it look like a lot more, whoa. Okay, so what, we're gonna need 50 coats of this? Okay, it's coming along. The foam roller really takes away all brush strokes. The first coat is always the hardest because it looks ugly. I can't believe I'm actually doing this. I decided today that I was doing this and here I am already doing it. Okay, so I'm gonna go finish this. I'm gonna just continue to do that all over. I'm listening to the audiobook Flawless from Elsie Silver, so that's what I'm gonna be doing while I paint. So I'm not gonna lie, after the first coat I was a little scared. You can see the situation going on here. Not so good, but there's a time, I just want to let you know, there's always that time when you do a DIY where you think, what the did I do? Why did I do this? And that was me. But then you can see with the second coat, it looks freaking amazing. It looks so good. I'm so happy. This paint is actually really, really good. I'm happy I did put that primer on. And I think adding that latex extender really helps with that flawless finish. Also, I think the foam roller, don't use a roller with like hairs on it. Use a foam roller. I think that makes a world of a difference. I think I'm gonna have to probably do 3 coats. But it's looking so good. And so far that book that I'm listening to is really good. But black paint is freaking scary. You guys, I'm not over how much better it looks painted black. Obviously, I haven't done a second coat on the top or even like there, but I am not over how much better it looks painted black. So it's the next day. I wanted to let this coat, the last one I did, really dry for a long time, so I ended up going to bed, and I also wanted to see what it would look like in day life, and it looks so good. Honestly, after this last coat you will not be able to see any texture, but you can see like a little white in the cracks there, so I'm going to paint the inside. And I also got these little paint brushes from my basement to kind of go in the little cracks and really make sure everything is covered. But a little tip, okay, so I knew I was going to be doing this morning. I didn't want to clean my brushes or have it dry out. Just put the whole thing in a closed garbage bag and it'll stay wet, so I don't have to deal with like cleaning a brush or my brush hardening, which is a great tip. Okay, so we had a little hiccup. It's looking great. This is not the official reveal yet. It's looking great. However, when I went to go do the last coat, like this morning, I don't know what happened, but this, like the bottom was fine, the top corner was fine. This part had like a weird texture on it that you couldn't really see, but it wasn't perfect. So then I did a quick Google search and they said that once your coat is dry, give it like a light sand and repaint it. So I just gave it a light sand. My mom came over to see the door and she loved it. I can't wait to show you guys like the full reveal, but she's out now getting like a finishing sandpaper and another roller. All right, you guys, so it is a little bit later in the day. I took a shower, I ate, I relaxed a tiny little bit, and now I put everything back together. So now I can officially show you how much better the door looks. I wish I did this when I moved into the house. It's kind of making me want to paint all of my windows black, or maybe all my doors black, but I just don't want to get into that. If I was planning on staying in this house forever, I would probably have a company come in and like paint the inside of my windows, but that just seems like an expensive and big job to do, okay? But I'm so happy with how the door looked. So let me just remind you where we started. And this is the finished product. The lighting right now honestly is not great. The lighting here all the time is not great, but I don't hate it as much anymore because the door is black. I'll turn this light on so you can really see the situation. So you guys know this vinyl mat is from Etsy. This table is from Crate & Barrel. This pot is from Zara Home, and then these, they're not dusty. I got them for Christmas 2 years ago, and they're supposed to have like a snow on it, but it kind of just looks dusty. So it looks really dusty actually, so I need to change them out. These 2 sconces are from Wayfair, and then down here I think I either want to get branches or something, and then down here I'm not keeping these orchids here, but they're just there for now. And then this little stool is actually from HomeSense, and I love how it looks with the black door. So here it is, you guys. It is looks so much better. I want to get a big tall mirror. This is really tall, so this mirror, even though it's actually not that short, looks very short compared to the scale of the wall. You guys, I did learn along the way. The issue was the foam roller. If I can go back in time and buy one roller, my mom actually brought this for me and it was so much easier. It's this roller here. I don't know if you can see, it's not a regular roller, it's kind of like a velvet roller, and it just gave the most flawless finish. The reason I got all that texture on the door is because I didn't have enough roller paint on my roller, and I kept going over with not enough paint, and it just created this like texture air pocket situation. And then to try to fix that situation, I went over it with another coat, which is the wrong thing to do. It actually looked fine until I started going over it and over it and over it a million times, trying to make it look smooth. But no, make sure you have enough paint on your roller and don't go over it a million times, and then let it dry completely before you put on another coat, because if not, it'll kind of lift up the paint underneath. But anyways, that was my painting the door situation.
It's like a two-tone hoop that we got.
And then we have the Hamsa, which is not in rose gold, if anyone was wondering.
Oh my god,
I love it.
Oh my lordy.
It is.
let
Tony.
me see.
Oh,
so cute. And you know those charm necklaces, they're so in right now. Wow, I love that. And it's the like the vintage link chain.
Yeah.
It's like a mini vintage link chain. Oh snap. Okay, that's everything.
Yeah, I'm wondering if, I don't know if the lighting might be better at my house, but all of the jewelry lighting is at the office.
Yeah, it's supposed to be overcast till like next week.
So you don't want us to restock this stuff now?
No.
Bubble
cross.
cross.
Yeah, that bubble cross is so cute. That hand chain, even the little disc is so, that charm necklace with the evil eye and the Hamza and the little clover. Like thinking of the vibe of the vibe that I wanted to go for.
Mm-hmm.
For the campaign. I'm thinking, I don't know why, it's like giving me like Italian summer vibes.
Not Greek summer?
No, like I'm getting like Italian summer.
Okay.
Because then it plays into more like, I feel like more vintagey vibes, less aquatic.
That you can split among colors?
Yeah, you can order like the MOQ, you can split them up in, I think in 5 different colors.
It's 300, right?
All right.
Good morning, you guys. I realized why yesterday, I don't know if I mentioned it, but yesterday I was feeling not great. Honestly, like at nighttime I was feeling so low energy. And then I found the charger for my Oura Ring, which I got a while ago, and then lost the charger, as I do with everything else in my life. And it was like, you're getting your period. So I was like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. It's gonna be a great day. It was also like really gross outside yesterday, and the weather seems to affect my mood a lot. Anyways, this morning I'm making this recipe for tomorrow, for Shabbat tomorrow. So it's like a cooked salad. So that's what I'm doing first thing in the morning. So step 1 is broiling your peppers so that all of the skin gets charred. You could also do this on top of your gas burner if you have one, but I'm just broiling them. Okay, so once they are broiled and you can see all nice and charred, I also did a jalapeno. You put them in a Ziploc and let them steam for about 20 minutes. So while I do that, I'm gonna do my 30-minute workout. I do TSS and he is my favorite trainer. This is what I look like after I finish that workout. Honestly, this workout, I've been doing it over and over. Something about all the different moves and everything is so good. Like, it hits every single muscle. You do arms, you do legs, you do abs. Now, I'm gonna go finish this recipe and then have to get to work. Okay, so I just got everything in. There's the peppers that I peeled and then diced. There's garlic, paprika. I did put a tiny little bit of cumin because a few recipes called for that. And then there's diced tomatoes. Did I say that already? Not too sure. Olive oil, tiny bit of sugar, salt, and I think that's it. This is the recipe that I followed. But I added a jalapeno because I know Etan likes it spicy. Whenever I see a recipe, whenever I have to make something like this, which I've had but I haven't like made before, I'll look at a few different recipes and take parts that I like from each recipe. And that's what I did with this. And now I just have to let it simmer for about an hour until everything cooks down and becomes like a dip almost. I also wanted to make the best cookies in the world. They're like a blueberry muffin crumble cookie from Broma Bakery. She has the best dessert recipes, so it's basically like a classic cookie recipe with fresh blueberries, blueberry jam, and a crumble on top. These are the best cookies in the world. My mom tried it and she was like, this could win a cookie baking contest. And they're like pretty easy to make, and I'll leave the recipe link down below. It's just like honestly so good. I always like going somewhere with a dessert because I'm passionate about desserts, and sometimes people just don't get good desserts, so I like bringing the dessert. Oh, why are you scrambling around? Okay, Alexa, set a timer for 12 minutes. And then while we wait, I thought I could go through and talk about all the supplements I went to pick up yesterday. Did I put the shirt backwards? I did. Okay, so I've been starting to take some supplements because I just feel like I need it. I've never had stomach issues, but recently, not that I've been having stomach issues, I feel like I've been having inflammation issues. Like I just feel very inflamed all the time. I feel like no matter what I eat, even if I eat something healthy, like super healthy, I feel bloated. I don't know, I should probably go to the doctor to check that out. I don't know if I'm like allergic to something, but I've like I thought it was dairy, but even when I don't eat dairy, I get the same feeling. And it's gotten to the point where it makes me scared to eat certain things because it makes me feel so icky. There was a spider. Ooh. Ooh. Sorry, I'm not one of those people that like save spiders and put them outside. But I have found some supplements that work. To be honest, I didn't think supplements necessarily worked until I started taking melatonin, and I was like, wow, this is a tranquilizer. So obviously they've got to do something. I don't know why I thought like it's a vitamin or a supplement, like it's bogus, but until I really saw the power of melatonin, I was like, okay, maybe these other things have benefits. Obviously they have benefits, but I just didn't realize how powerful they were. Started taking Let Me Curb. It's a glucose and craving support supplement. It has bitter melon and green blend with clinically studied chromium. I had previously been taking this because my doctor recommended it. Glucose stability blood sugar support. It's not like I don't have bad blood sugar, but it really does help with your cravings, and I would crave stuff all day long. Like I would be snacking all day long, and this really did help. I started taking this last summer and I loved it, but this is like this on steroids. The reason I like this so much is like it doesn't cut your appetite. I still get hungry, but I just crave healthier things. Like the thought, and that's how I would explain this, like when I would tell my friends about it, I would crave healthy things. I wouldn't want to be eating all those carbs, and if I'm being honest, they both have very similar ingredients. So then I was like doing a deep dive, and somehow I ended up on TikTok about this girl who was talking about supplements, and then from there I went and did my own research. So I decided I need to start taking omega-3, mostly for my brain. I also feel like my brain is inflamed. I just don't feel like my thoughts are as, I don't want to say smooth, but they don't flow as easily in my brain as I feel like they maybe used to. It's such a weird feeling. I feel like there's a blockade, and omega-3 is just good for you in general. And then this one has vitamin D in it. This is the brand. I got them at my like local health food store. Okay, so then I got curcumin, which is it's what's found in turmeric, and apparently it's very anti-inflammatory. Ginger is very good for digestion, so when I eat, I take this digest relief. Then, okay, I also have been trying to eat more protein because I feel like protein is just not an easy thing for me to eat. But bone broth has 15 grams of protein per serving, and I tried it yesterday just by itself. Oh boy, does that taste foul. Oh, well, I drank it, so it couldn't have tasted that bad, but I definitely need to doctor it up. But bone broth has so many benefits. A lot of you guys recommended adding salt. I can't do that because I need to cut salt down in my diet. Because yeah, my first thought would be like, let's add a teaspoon of salt and it would taste so much better, but no, I can't. Like, I'm really cutting sodium down in my diet. And then I also got magnesium. I used to take magnesium and I really liked it. Wow, I just chatted that whole time. Let's check on the cookies. Okay, they're clearly not done yet. What is happening over there? They need definitely a few more minutes. Right, so this is what they look like. Wow, that light's a little bit intense. They're gonna look a little bit underdone, but that's when you want to take them out, because if you overcook them, they're gonna be very dry. So it looks like maybe they're not done, but they're gonna continue cooking as they cool, and they're going to be perfection. All right, so this is quite the look. Nikki has arrived, so want to explain what we're doing?
If you haven't done tape and extensions before, you're gonna learn. It's really not that daunting of a task, is it?
No, it's not daunting, but these are different.
These are different. So usually we do like the pieces of tape along Tony's head. Here we have like, they're like tracks.
Yeah, they're like weft extensions, but express tape-in version.
We're gonna be taping one long one in the back in 2 layers, and then 2 like medium-sized ones in the front. So the first step is that you need to make a very straight line in the back. You see that, there's a little hair here I'm gonna have to fix, but like, for the most part, it needs to be straight, straight, straight so that the extension can sit up right to the hair.
So I have 2 different colors. This is Dubai and this is blonde something. They're actually very similar, or reverse, I don't know. Anyways, altogether they look very good. So the first thing we're gonna do is kind of measure how long this is gonna be. I kind of want it to be like this long so that this one's longer, so we can put this above it.
Yeah, so my hot take is that the one above it is going to be longer. So I think that we should cut them and then use the rest here. We do want it to go like pretty far down, right? Does that feel legit? Like the end is here.
Yeah.
So then this,
like, if I want to put it up, I don't want it to be like poking out the side.
Yeah, so the end is here and here.
Okay.
So I'm feeling like we can do, what I've measured is like just over the halfway mark for this.
For this section?
For this little section, yeah. So we could do the halfway mark, and then we could split this one in half and do the 2 sides. To me, that's perfect. You have, give or take, like ½ an inch on each side.
Okay.
Do you think that's enough?
Yeah.
This is the most crucial tool to the tape-in extensions. It is by Bellamy, and it is a clamp, and it makes sure to really tighten that hair. But I'm out of my tape-in experience. It's been about like 5 months almost. Okay.
What's also nice about these extensions is that the hair comes all the way up to the top of the tape.
And fun fact, you always want to find the one that has the closest root to the natural root to put on top so that it looks extra seamless.
Actually, Tina, let's reverse it, because if I
for the next one, yeah, and then for the next one, we'll flip them.
Exactly.
Okay. Because Tony puts her hair up a lot. Another really important thing to have while you do extensions is a comb that has this little thing on the end, just so you can really see. And I like to put this clip up here because it really like drags the hair tightly. And you don't want to bring them like too close to the top of the head, because then they're uncomfortable. So you have to stick, you know, ½ a centimeter down, or whatever that measurement is.
Good point,
like,
Nikki.
You know, a fingernail down.
Yeah.
So here we go. I'm measuring. It looks good. Take off the tape. The crown here. And we're gonna press it on. That's when I like to use the back of my comb to like really make sure it's pressed. These are thick on top, Tones. That's the key, to press it down as hard as you can. And then you take the opposite side of the comb, get under the extension completely, and flip it up. You want to make sure you have that sharp line when you flip it up. Can you remove my 2 clips, please? Because I need it to be flat. Yeah, perfect. Go, we're flipping it up. You can see all the hair is sticking really well, and the best thing to do is to just make sure that it's gonna stick tightly by pressing down with your comb. And then you take your other half, we're gonna sandwich them together. The tough part for me is always making sure it's aligned perfectly.
Take your time.
1, 2, and then here we go. Oh my God. Okay, wait, let me just.
God, that feels so good, Nick.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just take my handy dandy sandwich tool. And again, you just want to make sure you're pressing everything in tightly together.
So then we have to take down the next section.
Wow, wow, wow. Wherever you feel you like your top row of extensions to be. I feel like it's here. So I think the best strategy is to actually do the like curved part first. Okay, here we go. We have a curve, we're good. Perfect. And then we're gonna make our ham and cheese sandwich. She flipped, okay.
Wow.
She flipped.
Feels great, Nick. And keep in mind with hair extensions, they also puff up and get a lot thicker when you wash them.
Yeah, so are you gonna wash them tonight?
No, I don't know. I'm just like scared. I hate washing my hair with extensions.
I know, they take forever to dry. Tony's very chill, guys. She literally does not notice. She's like, okay, yeah, good, awesome.
Look at those, look so seamless. I don't know if you guys can see. Stunning.
Stunning. And like literally the other one ends and then this one is there. Perfect. So it's perfect. So we press them into Tony's head and we're using this to just like make sure all the little pieces are stuck. So that when we flip it over, they're stuck, darling.
You know what's cool about these? You can also buy tape. So instead of sandwiching another piece, you can sandwich a piece of tape that's only sticky on one side.
Ooh, that's really cool.
I know.
Those are really cool for the top. I found a gray hair.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. She's aging.
Well, if you're not aging, you're dead, so. It looks so good.
And then pushing them.
And
I feel like we should do the smallest one that you're gonna cut in half at the end after we do this side.
Okay.
Wow, it looks so good though.
Honestly, like I'm very impressed so far.
Specifically because it's taken us around 20 minutes.
And it's only because we're trying to figure out the length and the cutting.
Last
one, and we used every little piece of extension.
Every single little piece.
And I think it was the perfect amount.
Me too. I think if we would have had more, it would have just been crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, push, flip.
Retaping these is going to be a breeze. Oh my god, I feel like a new...
Brand new bitch.
Brand new person.
You're loving the extra long vibe because you haven't had extensions in 5 months.
I know. I can't believe it's been that long.
This is the back. Play with it. Oh my goodness. She's back. She's back. Yes, she is. Like, honestly, fabulous.
Okay, so now we're going to do the trim because there's like a long section that doesn't look right. So we're going to trim it all up. You can see, like there's that one long piece. So I'm just going to trim it. Blend this up. Oh my god, you guys, you don't even know how good it feels to have these extensions in. I'll kind of trim it just so it blends a little bit better. I don't think I'm going to trim too much. I also like trimming after I do the first wash. Nick, can you guys come in here and see if there's like any scraggly long pieces sticking out?
I'm always the second opinion to the haircut. Yeah.
There is?
Uh-huh.
Here. I normally wear my hair curled, so it's okay, but it's not like absolutely perfect. I just wanted to come on and give you guys a little bit of an update on these extensions before I end out this vlog. And stay tuned for the next vlog, which is a pack with me for my bachelorette trip. Not my bachelorette trip, but I went on a bachelorette trip. But I've had these extensions in for a little bit of a while. Not okay, for a little while now, and I love them. They are my favorite extensions I've ever had. I've had hot fusion extensions, I've had regular tape-in extensions, and these are by far my favorite extensions. They look the most natural, the most seamless, because instead of having little chunks of hair, it kind of is like a cape of hair. I could put my ponytails, I could wear my hair back. They are so easy. I do not feel them even on my head at all. And the best part is that when I go to retape them, it only takes 20 minutes. So these extensions are a little bit pricier. I will admit that. They do cost a nice chunk of change, but I would pay it over and over again because they're so easy. I've gotten more compliments on these extensions than I've gotten on any extensions. They're from Beauty Works. I obviously will leave them linked down below, but I love them, and I've actually dyed them. I decided I wanted to dye my hair darker, so I've dyed them since that video, and they just feel so nice, so luxurious. So I'm so happy with them if you were considering them. I feel like it's not many people talk about this style of extensions. I feel like it's very new. Overall, I love them. They are fabulous, and I highly recommend them. So I'll leave them linked down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll also leave everything else linked down below that I mentioned in this video, and make sure you subscribe because I have a ton more videos coming. I also have a pack with me for vacation. You know, when I did that like pack 100 outfits in a carry-on, I have a part 2 coming this week. I hope you have a wonderful day or night depending on when you watch this, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.